Hello there, it's that time again. It's fabric wheel time. My name is Carole, welcome to my sewing room, and I'm so excited to be sharing the 5th series of Fabric Wheel of Fate. I can't believe this is, I've done 26 items using my trusty fabric wheel in the past, and I can't wait to do some more fabrics and some more spins with you. So what is the fabric wheel and why do I do it? I'll tell you why I do it, because I have a bunch of fabrics that I would really love to use up and I can never decide which one to do. And they'll just stay there, and then I'll buy more fabric and those fabrics will stay there even longer. But when I use my trusty wheel, now this wheel was made for me by my lovely father, spinning wheel. I've had it for years. I use it for different things in the past with my children. I used to use it for like choosing chores after the dinner, all sorts of things. But what I do this time is put fabrics on it. And what the wheel lands on, I have to sew without question, no argument, no cheating. I use it. And I have to say about 90% of what I've made from these fabrics that have been languishing in my stash, I've been really pleased and I've been thrilled with them. So just shows this is my friend. This has always been my friend. And are you listening? Because don't let me down this time. I'm going to keep with the same format of just having fabrics on the wheel. Now, last summer I had a whole bunch of similar fabrics which would use similar patterns. So I put fabrics and patterns on there. That was great fun, and that works. They were all the same. Lots of people say to me, why don't you put the patterns on and then you decide? But then I know what I'm doing. I know it's crazy, but I have these pieces of fabric, even there, they're looking at me, and I have no idea what I'm going to make with them when the spin lands on them. And that's what's the fun bit. If I had patterns, I would kind of know in my head what I was going to do, and it would spoil the surprise for me and kind of spoil the surprise for you too. Now, as with all the other series, I heavily encourage you to join in at home, in your sewing rooms or whatever, with a bunch of fabrics that you just keep bypassing. We've all got them, and just have some fun, whether it be by dice or just get some member of your family to come and do a lucky dip and say you're using this one next. Honestly, it's such fun. If you do, of course, you can use the hashtag fabricwheeloffate or whatever, and we can all do this together. Sewing up your stash is what we need to be doing. So I've chosen 5 fabrics. Now the reason I've chosen 5 is because normally it takes me a couple of weeks to get through making them and showing you, and they're all summery fabrics. So I'm going to run out of time. I know with our weather in the UK, I'll run out of time and I'll end up making sewing garments in about September, summer garments in September, and I don't need them. So I've only chosen 5, but I've got my hand over the last triangle, because on the last triangle, this time around, it's going to be hubby's choice. By the way, that's me going, yes, if it lands on there, he has to choose out of these fabrics. Now, when I said to, and I showed this to him and I said this to him, he said, what a responsibility. He said, can I choose the pattern as well? And I said, absolutely not, because you have no idea what fabric goes with what patterns. So no, he's only allowed to choose the fabric. Just a bit of fun, mix it up, because I only had 5 fabrics and it made it even when I was doing the division of the segments. So there you go. I'm calling it the fabric wheel of blues. Not that the fabric wheel is sad, but the fabric wheel has all blue fabric on it. So should we have a look at them? I just don't know what to do with these. This one here, I think you call this seersucker. So it's a very spongy fabric. I can't describe it. It's very thin. Seersucker, I think that's what you just. Oh, cheesecloth. Do we still use the term cheesecloth? It's very spongy. Absolutely no drape whatsoever. Literally no idea. It's a metre of it. That's fabric number 1. Fabric number 2, another metre of it. So none of these are very big, so it limits me quite a bit. This is a viscose I got, I think it was a remnant. Beautiful blue, but look how thin it is. It's nice and drapey, but it is, it doesn't look too bad on camera actually, but it's very, very drapey. I would say, oh, do you know what? It's probably about 1.5 meters of this. Yeah, I would say 1.5 meters, so a little bit more for that one. Fabric number 2. Of a similar ilk, this is viscose again, another just 1 meter. Colours, absolutely love these colours. And probably the reason I haven't sewn it is because I just don't want to spoil it. But again, it's a viscose challis. It's got to be some kind of top or something, but again, just 1 meter. Now the next bit's a bit different. This fabric is a viscose jersey, but it's a leftover from a dress that I made my daughter. It was one of my magic dresses actually, New Look 6650, and yeah, it's quite a chunk left over. So viscose jersey again in the blues, kind of paintbrush strikes, isn't it? The last fabric, even trickier. This is a crepe de chine or something like that. It's absolutely beautiful. It is slightly border print. If you can see, it slightly fades down there. This is a lovely piece of fabric I bought from the sewing studio in Maitland, Florida, when I met some lovely sewing friends there last year. That was Grace and Deb. So lovely with Grace and Deb's way. So I've got, again, I think it's about 1.5 meters of this, but can you see that where it fades in? But that's crepe de chine. So there we go. 5 very different fabrics, all blues, the fabric wheel of blues. So what I will normally do now, as this is the first in the series, this is the kickoff, I'm going to spin this wheel, and then we will know what fabric I will be sewing with first. And then I will normally come back to you in a week or 2 with the garment and show you. Then we spin again and the whole excitement starts again. So I hope you're as excited for this series as I am, because I've made some great things in the past with some what I thought were truly awful fabrics, but they turned out okay. So let's do spin number 1. So this is the bit I always film on my phone because I can put this on a flat surface. So here we go. This is spin number 1 for the 5th series. Can you believe it? This will be the 27th garment I've made using this wheel. So stop putting it off, Carole, and just spin. Here we go. Here we go. And it's the viscose jersey. I'm quite excited it's a viscose jersey actually. And the funny thing is, if you watch my channel a lot, you will know I make a lot of t-shirts and jersey tops, sorry. And what I tried to do recently is to stop making them. This is the perfect excuse, isn't it? So I'm just going to show you how much we've got. I would say, yeah, it's 1 meter. I've got at least 1 meter and then kind of an extra bit should I need something. I've just had a thought I can make with it. That normally happens. That never happens. In all the series, normally I've finished filming and then I think, what am I going to do? Do you know what another rule I always set myself is I have to use a pattern that I already have. And I've got enough patterns. So, yeah, I got a feeling I think I know what I'm going to do if I can get it out of it. Anyway, so there we go, viscose jersey. So perfect excuse to make a jersey top for myself. Thank you so much for joining me. Please join me again in the sewing room and you have to see what I make out of this. I'm just so pleased you're here and I really appreciate you watching. And don't forget to join in just using your fabrics. Use #WheelOfFate. You can always put it on Instagram using #fabricwheeloffate because there's a few pictures and that from last time round. Thank you again. I will see you soon. Goodbye for now.